Peak Westminster chaos, when politics turns into a spectator sport. Picture this. You settle into your armchair, tea in hand, ready for a spot of question time, a little political theater to end the day. You expect the usual, MPs jostling, some practiced outrage, maybe a zinger or two. But suddenly, the Commons descends into a verbal demolition derby. Accusations fly faster than a Boris Johnson resignation, and somewhere between the stuttering and the shouting, you realize this isn't just politics. This is peak Westminster chaos. Welcome to UK Plugged, where we dive headfirst into the mayhem so you don't have to. And trust me, you'll want to read until the end, because what happened this week in Parliament is the kind of drama that makes Brexit look like a bake sale disagreement. Let's start at the source. For months, ministers have stood up in the Commons with one message drilled into them. We don't have a blasphemy law in this country. Yet, ask anyone paying attention, and they'll tell you, in effect, we sort of do. And now, the government's new plans to define Islamophobia in a way that could curb criticism of Islam and its practices has critics warning that free speech is under threat and extremists might find their voices amplified. The debate isn't just abstract. It's happening against a backdrop of real events. On the very day Baroness Casey reported that certain crimes, like the infamous rape gangs, weren't prosecuted because of the ethnicity of the perpetrators, ministers launched a consultation on a new Islamophobia definition. The twist? That consultation was invite-only, lasted just 4 weeks, and allowed anonymous contributions. For many, it felt rigged, the opposite of what democracy should be. But let's get to the fireworks. Imagine, you're watching the Commons, expecting a bit of pantomime, when Birmingham's own Jess Phillips stands up, ready to take on another MP over what she sees as dog-whistling anti-Islam rhetoric. Phillips, never one to dodge a fight, comes out swinging, righteous indignation locked and loaded. But this is where the wheels come off. Before she can land a punch, she's caught in a stuttering loop, like a sat-nav recalculating in a tunnel. The whole chamber leans in. Is he going to recover? Will she land her point? Or is this a slow-motion car crash you can't peel your eyes from? Suddenly, her opponent jumps in, quick as a Londoner snatching the last seat on the tube. He claims Phillips has completely missed his point, twisting his argument into something unrecognizable. It's as if someone said, "I like apples," and the response was, "How dare you insult oranges?" The disconnect is so wide, you could drive a Brexit campaign bus through it. Now, here's where British politics truly shines. Instead of backing down or admitting a mistake, both sides double down. It's like two people arguing whether it's raining, while standing outside getting soaked. Pride, face-saving, tribal loyalty, these aren't just features of Westminster. They are the fuel that keeps the Commons running, even when it's running in circles. This debate, messy and muddled as it was, accidentally shines a light on the real state of political discourse in Britain today. Issues like Islamophobia, hate crime, and free speech are tangled, sensitive, and deeply important. But the way we talk about them, through point scoring, miscommunication, and theatrical outrage, often leaves a substance behind. Now, let's be clear, Jess Phillips is passionate, and that's rare in politics. Her opponent was defending a point he clearly believed in. But watching them fumble, mishear, and misrepresent each other isn't just entertaining. It's telling. It shows how hard it is to have real conversations about religion, identity, and justice in society where everyone's on edge and every word is a potential headline. Sometimes, the most important discussions happen when everything goes pear-shaped. I'd rather see politicians passionately fumble through these issues and smoothly sidestep them with empty platitudes. Because when MPs are human, when they trip, stutter, and argue, they remind us that politics, for all its mess, is about real people trying, and often failing, to wrestle with real problems. So what should we take from this latest parliamentary pileup? That our politics is messy, sometimes laughably so. That debates about religion and free speech aren't going away, and won't be solved by top-down definitions or 4-week consultations. That sometimes, just sometimes, chaos is more honest than order. But most of all, that being passionate and imperfect beats being polished and indifferent any day of the week. What did you make of this Commons clash? Did Phillips have a point? Despite the stutters, was her opponent right to push back? Drop your thought below. Because if there's one thing Westminster guarantees, it's that the next round of drama is only ever a day away. This has been UK Plug, keeping you sane in an insane political world. Stick around. Next week, we'll unpack why the PM's latest announcement has Twitter in meltdown mode. Until then, stay plugged in.